Conditions are terrible. Can you see me? It was calm when I got here, and this all whipped up within the 10 minutes that it took from me to park and walk all the way down to this spot. It was raining, but the rain has quit. We still got the wind and the waves. The wind and the waves are so loud, there's no way I'd be able to hear my bells. I'm just gonna have to watch the rods. And really the rod tips are just bouncing up and down too with the waves. Probably actually better off just watching my spools on my reels to see when line starts taking off. It's pretty unpleasant fishing conditions for me, but it's not windy at the bottom of the lake, and I would not be surprised if it's pretty active down there as far as the fish are concerned. It's early in the morning, little after 7, hoping to catch a few big fish here before the heat of the day comes in.
Well, these two little baby geese here, these little puff balls, are walking down here towards me. The mom is staying back there, and they're getting really close to me. And I don't want to get attacked by a mama goose, so I'm going to go ahead and stand up and send them back towards mom here. There you go. Head back. Get back to your mom. Yeah, they've just been, there's a whole group of them down there. They've just been slowly creeping their way towards me. And I know this camera makes everything look 5 times farther away than it is. They're about 20 feet from me. Now they've moved out. They're about 50 feet from me. So. Yeah, that's one thing I think a lot of YouTube viewers don't understand about these GoPro cameras, is they make everything seem much farther away than it really is. But this camera that I'm pointing at, that you're seeing me right now, I'd say that's about 20 feet from where I'm standing right now. And you note the difference. The camera over there on the beach is just a regular camera, not an action camera. It has a regular lens, and then this kind of camera has a super wide lens, which makes everything seem much more farther away here. This camera here seems farther away than that camera over there.
There's almost always a comment like that on some of those times where I have issues with boaters, you know, driving over my lines and stuff. There's always somebody that says, oh, they're not even close, blah, blah, blah. Well, these little cameras don't capture the reality of the situation at all. Something happening here. Of course, all I had to do was walk away, go look at something down the bank to, yeah. Yep. Okay. Light biter. That's a good thing. Seems like the big fish tend to be light biters most of the time. It's 10:15 a.m. I've been here since I don't know, around 7 or something, so pretty slow. Pretty nice day to be sitting by the lake though. Oh, just break the surface up there, whatever I got. Guess I'll try and scoop this fish in between my 2 fishing rods here, since that's where he wants to go, seems like. Yeah, it's a pretty decent fish. The weather cleared up, the rain and the wind went away, and then now it's like hot and steamy again. Like my sunglasses are fogging up right now. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I did not even have my mat set up because I was not optimistic about catching any fish today. Well, this guy's had a minute here to charge up again. Hopefully he's not gonna be too rambunctious for me. This guy's hooked in the side of the face there. He's obviously was swooping around trying to eat the pack bait, and the hook got him right in the side there. Yeah, pretty decent fish. I'm not gonna weigh this fish. Probably around 10 pounds would be my guess, but like I said, I've been getting skunked for the last 3 hours. I thought maybe it would end up being a skunk day, but it only takes one. to kick that skunk off the bank. Cool. Hopefully there's more to come. That's actually exactly what happened last time I fished here last week. Nothing until late morning, and then I caught 2 big fish. So yeah, maybe we'll have an instant replay. There you go. Enjoy the rest of your day. Well, it's the weirdest thing. I got here this morning and it was a raging torrent of wind and waves, and a few hours later it's dead calm and the lake is like glass. Haven't had any more bites, just that one fish for today. It was a pretty interesting day though. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. See you on the next one. I was just packing up. I got the mat and the bucket put away. I was just about to take the camera off the net. Oh, big splash out there. This is my bait that's out the farthest. It's probably 50 yards when I cast it, and he just ran another 20, I bet. Yeah, this is why I always wait to reel the rods in until after I've gotten most everything else picked up. There have been quite a few times where I doing exactly this. I'm just picking up my stuff. I've decided to leave, and while I'm picking up, away goes one of the rods. Oh, he's right here now. He's right here. Swam under my other lines and it's kind of doing a zigzaggy back and forth here right in front of me. He's about 15 yards off from my feet here. Can't tell if it's a giant or what. I can confirm that it's not a dink. And if I had to guess, it's bigger than that first fish that I got, but we'll see. I'm trying to go over my other lines there. I don't have a lot of experience fishing this particular spot in the middle of summer like this. It's late June. I don't know. So far, they've been showing up late morning. Or even, it's noon now. Oh, yeah, that's another real good fish. That's bigger. Definitely bigger. Come here, big guy. Come here. Yeah. Well, now I gotta go get the mat back out. Lay that out before I bring this fish up. Oh, he's just barely hooked by the little edge skin on his lip there. Yeah, no tool needed to get that out. Yeah, pretty great fish. He wants to stick his dorsal fin up for me. That's pretty cool. Bigger than the first one. I'm not gonna weigh this one either, but I'd say 4 or 5 pounds more than that first one. This is in the low to mid teens, I suppose. Pretty cool. I already did my outro and talking about how the weather has changed so drastically in the last few hours, and I guess I'm gonna add a second fish to this video. That's pretty cool. I do have to go now. I'm out of time. Maybe they'll keep biting, maybe not. Who knows? But welcome to another fishing adventure, folks. Here at a big lake this morning. There's some wind, there's some waves. It's good though. Let me explain why.
Yeah, I've got some little bit of wind. First things first, gonna get baited up here and I'll tell you what's going on while I do that. Vanilla boiled feed corn is what I'm using for the hook bait today. It is the 1st of July and just finished up with like a bunch of rainy days, like 3 days in a row. Got several inches of rain. There's a lot more water in the equation than there was a few days ago. So the lake is up and there's lots of water flowing into the lake from various places. Water is up. Last week when I was fishing at this spot, I was standing on dry ground about 10 feet that direction. And a bunch of new water coming in, that spurs a whole bunch of new life activity in the ecosystem. I think things are really buzzing in the lake here. These are my bait stops. Just little twigs is what I use. I take little sticks, and then I take my little bandage scissor here and grab little. Here, I'll show you. Here's a little stick that I just picked up off this beach here. I just take these little sticks and just go bing, 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 and just cut little 1/4 inch size twigs for bait stops. Works pretty good for me. But yeah, lots of new water coming into the lake, livening it up, and then there's wind. A very light wind today though, about 5 to 7 miles an hour blowing directly into this shoreline. It's just enough wind to help blow some of the ecosystem over this way. And by that I mean the plankton. All the start at the bottom of the food chain, the plankton comes this way, and the things that eat the plankton come follow it, and the things that eat those things follow them, and so on and so on and so on. Let's see if I can get out here and get some water in between waves here. Yes. All right. Yeah, so wind-blown shorelines I find to be pretty good places to fish pretty much any time of year. This pack bait is some stuff that I put together before I left the house, and it's my usual base mix of oats, old-fashioned oats, sweet feed. There's a can of corn and a can of chili beans in there. Been using that a lot this year. I don't think there's any magic formula for carp bait. I think it just doesn't really matter. I'd say pick something that you have confidence in. We're targeting a fish that feeds off of junk that's laying on the bottom of the lake, so they're not picky eaters. They will eat some spicy bait, they will eat some sweet bait, pineapple, strawberry, whatever. They like it all. Well, I kind of screwed up today. Now I just realized as soon as I saw this 2-ounce sinker, because normally I use 3-ounce sinkers, which is this one here. You know, it's an ounce bigger, and I need it for today with these waves. I need the heavier sinker to keep my bait in place, to keep the waves from pushing my bait around. But I totally forgot until just now. Last time I went fishing, I got snagged like 3 or 4 times, lost like 3 or 4 rigs, and I used up all my 3-ounce sinkers in my tackle box, and I should have put more in there, but I didn't. Right now all I have is 2-ounce sinkers in my tackle box. This is where the 3s normally go. I guess I just kind of blew it off and forgot to add more 3s back in. I'll just have to make do. Hopefully the waves won't be pushing my baits around too much. We'll see. Yeah, I guess I really dropped the ball there last time I was fishing. One of my rods also needs to be retied. When I was done fishing, I just tied it on there. I didn't put a rig back on, so I got to do that yet. Usually I take care of that stuff. I don't know why. I guess I was just distracted that day. I got to go down here to cast. Too many overhanging trees. Yes. I think it was going for a little bit there because it's just so noisy here with the wind and the waves. This feels heavy. Oh yeah. This is something good. I've been waiting here for, I think it's almost 3 hours. It's like almost 10 o'clock. I put the baits in the water at 7. So either this fish somehow drugged the line through a bunch of weeds and I'm pulling a bunch of weeds, or I've got something really good here, because this is the heaviest thing that I've felt in a while here. And I have that drag pretty tight. I know the picture's not great with because I'm in the shade and the background behind me is in the sun, but that's the whole reason I'm here in this particular spot, is to be in the shade, because it's July. and that sun is just cooking things, and I don't want it cooking me. I'm not gonna do much talking during this fight. I don't feel like it, and I just need to focus anyway, so I'll pick it back up once the fish gets close. Alright, so I've been just messing around. Both my lines were involved at some point, but
so I ran through both my other lines, and both those lines are messed up, but somehow, oh, it's a big fish. I just saw him. He's trying to go back into my other lines again. I'm gonna take him down the beach. I'm gonna grab my net and take him down this way, away from my other lines. Come on in here. Yeah. Yeah.
about 18 and a half in the net.
Yeah, beauty. 18 and a half in the net. So this is my smaller net. I think that one's only 1.5 pounds. So 17 pound, big forehead on this fish. Look at that. Look at that guy. It's been a while, almost 3 hours. My other lines are messed up. This fish swam through all of them. So I'm gonna have to get that fixed up. I'm not really fishing anymore. My baits are all messed up. I'm excited to have this fish. This spot has consistently been producing fish late morning about right now. So that's on par with the historical things that I've seen here at this spot. Back in the water.
Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.
Well, I guess it was just a one fish kind of day. That's how it goes. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.